Jak and Daxter II, also known as Jak II, catapulted into the gaming world in 2003 as the critically acclaimed action-adventure platformer developed by Naughty Dog and published by Sony Computer Entertainment. The sequel to the beloved Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy, became an essential title, leaving a lasting impact on the action-adventure genre. Today, we embark on the journey to judge whether the game holds up and if it can be considered a good game based on some objective criteria. Brace yourself, the ending might surprise you. Gameplay. Let's dive into the heart of Jak II and explore its engaging gameplay mechanics. This game truly knows how to treat players.
You should treat yourself now!
A seamless blend of platforming, combat and puzzle-solving elements. As players navigate the open world of Haven City, they'll witness Jak's nimble platforming skills in action, leaping across rooftops and scaling tower structures like a pro. It's a true acrobatic spectacle that will leave you feeling accomplished and a bit like Spider-Man. The combat is no less thrilling, with Jak gaining access to a variety of eco powers, including the devastating Dark Eco. Players are bestowed with a combat system that allows for accelerating combos, nimble dodges and satisfying finishing moves. It's like being a one-man army against hordes of foes, and it feels so fucking good. Plus, the game spoils players with a plethora of cool weapons, from the red scattergun for close-range encounters to the Blue Vulcan Fury to spray like a motherfucker. The selection of guns makes you feel like a trigger-happy maniac, ready to spread 150 rounds of sweet freedom. But hey, every masterpiece has a few kinks, and Jak II is no exception. Some players might find the grinding for upgrades a bit monotonous, making it feel like they're stuck in a never-ending fetch quest for a minor buff rather than an earth-shattering power-up. Story and immersion. After defeating Golden Maya, Jak and Daxter joined Samus to witness an artifact test by Kira. However, the device opens a portal, flooding the world with strange creatures. Separated during the chaos, Jak lands in Haven City, ruled by Baron Praxis and guarded by the Crimson God. Imprisoned and subjected to experiments, Jak gains Dark Eco powers. Daxter breaks him out and they meet the Underground, led by the Shadow. They discover they've been flung into the future and that Praxis seeks the Precursor Stone to destroy the Metalhead. After rescuing the Underground, they confront Core and prevent the apocalypse. Jak's younger self goes back in time, while they settle into their new lives in Haven City. This narrative transformation from a lighthearted adventure to a gripping tale of political intrigue, personal struggles and moral choices will have you emotionally invested in the character's journey. And trust me, there are twists and turns that will make you question your own existence. The surprise I'm your father trope has nothing on Jak II, because it's literally in Jak II. Remember the Shadow? Yeah, turns out that's Samus. You don't like it? Fuck you. It's like a soap opera on steroids where you have to question the very fabric of reality. Art and design. The game's art design and graphics have taken a mature turn, much like a rebellious teenager transforming into a sophisticated adult. The darker and edgier tone aligns perfectly with the game's evolved narrative, making you feel like you're immersed in a gritty and dystopian world, like stepping into a stylish noir film, but with more action and way cooler hairstyles. The character design have evolved as well, reflecting the game's mature themes. Jak's transformation into Dark Jak is more than just a power-up. It's a visual representation of his character growth and the consequences of his choice. And let's not forget Daxter, who gets a makeover with more intricate and detailed animation. The emotional storytelling is right there in the visuals, and the cityscape of Haven City is a work of art itself. Each district with its unique architecture and ambience feel like a living, breathing entity. The transition between areas is seamless, so forget about those boring loading screens and unnecessary tips. Sweet balance between Dark Souls and Kingdom Hearts, or League of Legends and a good game. It's a delicate dance, and Jak II tries its best to navigate the tricky terrain. For the most part, taking down hordes of enemies is a piece of cake for our hero Jak. The combat mechanics and eco powers make him a force to be reckoned with, and you feel like an unstoppable badass mowing down foes left and right in his dark form. But beware, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Some missions will leave you screaming, "Hey man, fuck you! Fuck off! Fuck you, cunt!" at your screen, especially the dreaded escort missions in the sewers. Just when you think you've got it all under control, one slip up or pesky NPC getting themselves in trouble, and bam! Your progress is reset like it's some cruel joke.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Do it again, I wasn't looking.
The joke's on you, my friend, because the checkpoint system loves playing mind games. I believe Jay's review summed this up perfectly.
There are several missions that just have no checkpoints at all. If you die, it's all the way back to the beginning of the mission. Then the game is very inconsistent with this too. Some missions do have generous checkpoints throughout the game, but others simply have none.
Innovation. Jak II isn't afraid to take risks and add a dash of innovation to the mix. With the introduction of Dark Eco powers, Jak's abilities take a thrilling turn. Dark Jak becomes the embodiment of strength and agility, granting players powerful attacks and a newfound sense of empowerment. It's like Jak is hitting the gym and bench pressing with 200 pounds on each side as warm-up. Watch out, Baron Praxis. But the innovation doesn't stop there. Jak II introduces vehicle sections that add a refreshing twist to the gameplay. zoomers, hovercrafts. Get ready for thrilling chase sequences, intense races, and vehicle-based combat that will keep you on the edge of your seat. A combination of dark eco powers and vehicle sections takes the game to a whole new level, making it an adventure you won't forget. Talking about zoomers, how about you give this zoomer a sub so I don't get exposed to dark eco, aka the job center. Thanks.
Subscribe.
Replayability. Replayability must be considered in game evaluations, though it may not carry the same weight as other criteria. Take Red Faction Guerrilla for instance. The plot rates a mere 5, lacking moral complexity and offering one-dimensional characters. The protagonist, though new to the world, becomes a mass murderer without much nuance. Nevertheless, the gameplay mechanics shine with a perfect 10 out of 10. Wielding a sledgehammer and explosives, players can vent their anger on almost every structure, resulting in pure unadulterated fun. While Red Faction Guerrilla falls short of Jak and Daxter's complete package of fantastic story, memorable characters, captivating world building, and engaging gameplay, I still find myself replaying that game around 10 times already. The sheer enjoyment of blowing up everything and toppling Mars government keeps me coming back for more, despite its narrative shortcomings. So, is it replayable? Come on man, do I really need to answer that? A game that's over 20 years old now got ported to the PS3, 4 and 5. Yeah, no brainer, right? In the grand scheme of things, Jak II earns its rightful place as a truly good game. Its seamless blend of platforming, combat and puzzle solving in an open world city makes it an engaging and satisfying experience. The dark and mature narrative captivates players, keeping them invested in the character's journey as they seek revenge, unravel secrets, and make moral choices that leave a lasting impact. The game's art design and graphics have matured beautifully, creating a visually striking world that complements the evolved narrative. Haven City is a living, breathing entity with diverse districts and detailed structures that make exploration a delight. Sure, Jak II has its challenging moments, especially with some missions and that pesky checkpoint system. But hey, isn't life all about taking risks and facing challenges head on? The innovation in Jak II with dark eco powers and vehicle sections sets it apart from its predecessors, elevating the gameplay experience to new heights. And let's not forget the replayability factor. Jak II has stood the test of time with an active community and dedicated fanbase that keeps the adventure alive and kicking. So, what's more to say? Grab your controller, start up Jak and Daxter 2, and replay the shit out of this game. I rate it a 10 out of 10.